It's Wednesday, the 19th of Feb. This is your daily crypto news. So starting off with Messari, there's not a whole lot here, to be perfectly honest. We just have the SEC acknowledging the XRP ETF filing, which is fine. Hong Kong explores new token listing, so this is good for China and the Asian markets. Robinhood and Coinbase's Q4 shows retail significant interest in alternative cryptos, and that will only grow in 2025. Also, big news, FTX's initial $1.2 billion payout process to creditors is underway. Thus far, it amounts to like 1.2 billion that's coming out, and then there's still more to come. In the second quarter, a total of 16 billion to be distributed, which will go largely into the markets. Kraken has also provided trading fee credits to users as part of the payout process, ensuring no profit is made from the distribution. So you can, if you want, just sell your Bitcoin for USD and cash it out. But I don't think a lot of people will be doing that. My understanding is, because I haven't got anything back yet, but you'll be getting a fraction of what Bitcoin was worth. You'll be getting a fraction of what Sol was worth. Sol was like $15 at the time. Bitcoin maybe like 20K. But ETH is basically the same. It was 2,500 then. It's like 2,600 now. Strategy is trying to do another private offering of $2 billion. So they raise another 2 billion, they buy more Bitcoin. It's just this infinite loop, which could go wrong, but probably won't, but could. Now let's talk about Hayden Davis, because the story just gets worse and worse. I did a live stream before where I wasn't defending him or anything like that, but I could see if what he was saying, telling the truth, was legitimate, then I could see why you'd want to snipe. You'd want to snipe so that you could protect your project. The reality is, I think that was not the case. It was just about profiting, extracting as much value as possible. And it wasn't about protecting the project, which is why we've seen all those projects not do well. He had nothing to do with Trump, just as a reminder, but maybe they sniped it, who knows. So the next thing that we have is Hayden Davis claimed he could control the president of Argentina because of payments he had been making to the president's sister. He says, I control that N-word, and I sent dollars to his sister, and he signs whatever I say and does what I want. There's even some suggestion out there that he got her pregnant, but who knows? This is wild. This is so crazy. I don't know what to think. All I know is like the meme coin game is coming to an end, and we're going to be far more keen on good projects, which is good, really good. Dave Portnoy, still president, is creating a whole lot of just crappy coins. He created greed, bought a massive amount, sold it in a single transaction, causing the price of greed to crash, and he made 258K, which apparently I think he's putting into jail still, and then he creates greed 2. So there'll be greed 2, 3, 4, 5. Just, I think, stay away from all this. Even if you look at the timestamps exactly, by the time he tweets about it, you're lucky if you get in within the first couple of seconds if you make 10%. It's essentially, it's a sell signal. It's an immediate sell signal. This, if we have a look at like the 1 minute chart, or even if we went up to like 30 seconds, by the time he tweeted it, it was pretty much, I think it was around here, and this is greed, and then it pumped up a little bit further, and then it crashed. But you need to be so fast. You got to be very, very mindful. It's very much just being dumped on. Not good for the space. Having a look at the market state visualization, a whole lot more green. Sol did not break down past 164 or something like that, and the markets have rebounded a little bit. This is not enough to celebrate, but it's still, you know, it has rebounded. Fair and greed's at 44, so we actually went down a little bit lower. So again, a little bit more fearful, which is generally a better time to buy. Having a look at the calendar, I've got some things that are out of date here, unfortunately. As an example, there is no weekly planetary call. The Jupiter 555 vote didn't even start, so it hasn't ended. And there was no Jupiter rally. So I apologize for those. I'm not sure if there's going to be any Jupiter comms this week. There's so much FUD on the timeline. I think it'd be best off that they just regroup and they work out exactly what it is they want to say. And probably best if they investigate first and then go, here are the facts, as opposed to defending things before they've gone investigated. Very bullish on Jupe. I'm buying more Jupe at these levels for sure. I'm not even sure what the price is, but I'm happily just buying with a bid system on Meteor. But of course, there's FUD. There's a whole lot of FUD out there. There is damage that's been done to the Meteor and Jupiter communities. Mountain DAO is still on. And remember, Bonk Dragon, enter your Moonwalk wallet and get amongst a bit of witness to fitness. Easy peasy. Seeker, Solana Mobile. We've added some additional Seeker hardware specs to this website. Take a look. There was a referral link before, but it didn't really do anything. So just click on Solana Mobile, see if you want to get one. I think this will end up getting a decent number of airdrops and will be worth your time. And the specs look pretty decent. 1 nanosim, 1 eSIM. eSIM's fantastic, good sized battery. The biggest thing is the cameras, they need to be good. And then the camera software, if it's not good, well, as long as we can install something that is decent. But in general, this looks decent, and the Seed Vault I'm very, very keen on. It's paired with so many different things, has like Solflare built in, and you get this pre-order Chapter 2 token, which allows you to get some decent airdrops. I think at the top here, or somewhere along the lines, it says how you get a lot of rewards. Thus far, it's paid for itself if you bought it initially. Now, just pointing out here, you're going to see some pretty fantastic opportunities in terms of staking, and I certainly encourage staking, but do be mindful of anything that's looping. You can go in with a little bit if you want to loop and maybe get, like, apparently this is earning 55%. It doesn't say it here. I'm unsure exactly where it's actually showing, but just be mindful here. Like, when you leverage up like this, if there's a depegging, and depeggings can happen, costs maybe, you know, someone with $200 million worth of SOL can go and depeg it. They could make $10 million profit on that if they want to. That's a lot of SOL, but whales can do it. So just be very, very mindful of depegging if you want to do it. I'm not doing anything like this. I just do trusted staking with Validator.com. Now, Dupe, despite all the FUD, and we'll have a look at the price in just a second, despite all the FUD, Dupe are buying back their token, or at least they're getting USDC ready. They get the USDC ready, and then the next step is buyback. This was just over 12 hours ago. Looks like about 15 hours ago. This was $919,000, and now it's at 1.11. Give it a little bit of a refresh, 1.12. It just keeps on going up. There's a whole lot of buyback potential there, and I don't know why there's any Dupe token there, but there is. Currently, the price of Dupe is 75 cents. I'm unsure if that's pumped. We'll have a quick look, but in general, I think, you know, Dupe is oversold and undervalued, but the market has to deem that necessary as well. It did hit 68 cents. It's now up to 75, so it has rebounded a little bit. If you set up a bid system on the DLMM, you could now rotate that out and start to sell it higher if we do indeed go higher, which is my expectation. There's some news with agents, so like AI agents. So Agent Commerce featuring Katsui, pay for real products with any token. This doesn't really fit my agenda in any way, but it's a proof of concept. It works. I think that's pretty cool. If you want to try it out, you're welcome to try it out. It's all connected to Griffon, the Griffon.com token. Now remember, Toy Machine, this is only available in your Solflare wallet. So flick up here. You can play for free by being in NFT communities. Spin for a chance to win 10,000 USDC. And if someone that is watching this video wins 10K, let me know. That would be epic. BNB is listed in Hong Kong. CZ says this is very, very significant, very difficult in terms of regulations in Hong Kong, and very, very significant. Look, BNB chain, it's kind of centralized. It's nowhere near as good as Solana, but it's certainly something that I wouldn't want to fade, and I'm not fading. I am over there having a bit of fun, DeFi farming and whatnot. Sometimes profitably, sometimes not, but it's less of a casino over there than it is on Solana. Solana's going to fix itself very, very quickly, so I'm playing on a couple of chains. Here, Bear Chain, and of course, BNB. Another thing to keep in mind is the engagement that CZ is going to get just by posting on the timeline means that my thesis is a lot more attention will come to BNB chain. He'll go and donate some money. More people start to be, what can you say, like generous with their offerings, which happened as we started to make profits in the previous cycle. When you start to make profits and you make 100 grand in a month and you happily go and donate 5K just because you think it will kind of last forever, and you also think good karma will come your way. That's starting to happen, all related to the Libra victim, so not even a problem on his own blockchain. But either way, pretty clever what they're doing. Abstract had a security issue, not specifically on Abstract, but an exploit from Cardex, an app where 400,000 tokens or $400,000 worth of tokens were taken. So just be mindful on these brand new chains here. And if you are playing over there, you do need to go to revoke.abs.xyz, connect your wallet, and just revoke any permissions that allow you to do this. I'm still keen, and I'm still thinking Abstract will do well. I would love to see what they have in store, or maybe get in touch with Luca in the near future. But just with these brand new chains, you've got to be a little bit more mindful of just degening too much. Meanwhile, Sui and Walrus. Walrus is something that I'm pretty keen on. I actually wanted to run a testnet validator didn't manage to get in. There was no like second option to get on, unfortunately. But it looks like there's an airdrop for people that maybe used a testnet or something. It's a soulbound NFT. And I have no idea what these tokens would be worth. But my point is, Sui is still an ecosystem worth looking at for new projects. They need to attract users. They'll attract people, and I still think that we are going to pivot towards better projects. We're not going to just be all in this meme coin casino mania. Now, in terms of leverage, I do not suggest leverage. If you want to leverage, you can use range of finance though. And if you think the bottom's in, you can add it something like this. So I don't have a whole lot here. Maybe I want to go like something like $200, $300 here at small leverage. You can go all the way up to 100x, which is kind of pretty crazy. I would say like 2 to 3x is probably my max. 2x means, you know, if the price dips down to half, you're still going to be okay. You'll just then start to be liquidated. $150 worth of USDC, bit of Sol. Unsure exactly why does it say 150, but okay, well, I'm happy to do more. So what do I have to do here? I'll go with 600. And then that way it looks as though they only take the amount they need. So we'll approve this. This way you can at least start to get some points. And you don't have to leverage here. It's just if you think the price is going to go up or down, this will give you maybe an airdrop of Ranger in the future. By the way, with Ranger Finance, it won't necessarily go with Dupe. It'll go with whatever's the best. Dupe, Drift, Zeta Markets, Flash Trade as an example. Over here, you can go and do a limit. So you may think, okay, well, I want to play ball when we get to, let's go like 2.5x, when we get to 160. If we get to 160, there's an open fee, which is not very massive, but there is a borrow fee, which I'm not sure goes live if the transaction is not actually done. Beta mode doesn't support multiple limit orders. So after we put this open order, we can't go and do another one. Unfortunately, we'll have to cancel. So you need to use a different address if you wanted to start another one at like 150 or 140. Or you can just wait until it gets down there. Anyway, that's all for today. Just a little bit of an update. I'll be back in my office tomorrow, back with the tutorials, back with the live streams, and covering everything that needs to be covered. In general though, I think there is a little bit of strength. We were hitting this RSI point that was like 30. We dipped down to like 160-ish, 161, and we've bounced up a little bit since then. Sol is a very, very valuable blockchain, and all of the scammy rubbish behavior that's happening, to be perfectly honest, builders will build solutions to it. There will be within a month a decent launchpad. Even something like Pumpkin.fun or GoFundMe, GFM, they already have product market fit. M3 can pivot, Pump.fun could create something better, and then we're kind of out of this issue. I don't have a lot of details on this yet, but I have seen that MetaDAO is potentially working on some sort of ICO launcher, like a launch pad, and I will definitely cover that. I think that has so much product market fit, and potentially, as I find out more, maybe their token, Meta, is a little bit undervalued. I personally think it's kind of worth just DCing into Meta. I think they're going to ship a whole lot of stuff, but I want to do a little bit more research first. That's all. Make sure you're subscribed, check out these videos over here, and I'll catch you in the next video.